Hey everybody, welcome to March. I am in a very special spot giving you this information on the market. I'm actually at home with my mom celebrating her 65th birthday. So happy birthday, Mom. I was traveling yesterday and I didn't have access to a printer. So here I am getting you February's information on March 2nd. So stay tuned because after we're done giving the numbers and going through the charts, we're going to do a little panoramic of what home is for me and where I grew up in Solvang, California. All right, let's get into where we are for Champaign County and all the data that we pulled from February of 2024 so that we can future pace for what this is going to mean for our spring market and hopefully give us some indicators of how do we filter through all of the changes and the rapid market time that we're in right now for spring historically. All right, I changed it up a little bit. We're going to first go on to new listings. So when we look at new listings, here we are, February of 2024. We're actually above in our number of new listings that have come on the market by 8.8% from where we are this year versus where we are last year. We had 74 new listings come on the market. But I also want to point out that number is pretty flat compared to where we were in the years before. So we have not seen a big change in that number of new listings that have come on for the month of February. Overall, yes, we are lower. We are significantly lower than where we were last year and also in 2022. Why is that? Well, I still think that it's because of those really low, historically low interest rates that we had and what people are hanging on to. So that's why I don't think we're having as much inventory as we have been in the years past, okay? Under contract, the next chart that we always go over is what's selling. What do we anticipate for from the data that we pulled last month and how do we use that to go forward? So in February of 2024, we had 72 properties that went under contract, and that's up 5.9% from where we were in February of 2023, okay? Again, we saw that really high peak 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and then it has come down, and that follows the trend of where we see new listings coming on the market. All right, now I saved the best for last because you always want to know about price, where we are with numbers, what we can anticipate. We're going to talk a little bit about mortgage rates and what that means in translation to price, and the word softening that we're hearing all over the media right now in reference to national averages and news out there. So where is our average sales price? This chart looks a little bit scary. One, because it didn't print to scale the way that these others did. So the peaks are a little bit stronger. The valleys are a little bit lower than what you normally are seeing in these other charts. But here's where we are. In February, our average sales price was $232,000 and some change. That is up 12.3% from where we were in February of 2023. Now, I do recognize these major peaks, and so should you, because May, June, July, August, those 4 months always bring the highest dollar of when things close. And remember, things are going under contract 6 weeks usually before they actually close. So keep in mind where that data is going and where prices tend to go as we approach later spring months in the market. Now, one thing that I want to talk about are interest rates. We did not really know, we don't have a crystal ball, so we don't know for sure where they're headed, but right now they're just over 7.2, or just over 7, I should say. Last year at this time, they were just over 6. So that 1% increase in the mortgage interest rates is going to have a reflection of about 10% of your affordability on a house. So for us, what that means on a $237,000 average sales price, if you put, 10% down, you're going to finance, and again, this is rough, so run all this by your mortgage calculator or a loan officer, but that's going to have a difference of about $200 on your monthly payment. So when we talk about affordability and about price softening in the market, that's why our interest rates are higher by a full percentage point than they were in spring of 2023. And so what does that mean for us? Well, according to some of the data out there that I watch on a national level, prices are, quote, softening. They're not declining, but we should not expect as much appreciation as we have in years past, okay? Our economy is pretty strong. Inflation is doing okay. We're in election year. So I don't think that we're going to lower the interest rates this far into the season. And that's different than what we had anticipated at the end of last year and beginning of this year. A few other points that I want to make is 30% of the houses that are on the market right now in the nation have had a price reduction. They're not selling at the price that they first came out on the market. So they're going through a price adjustment and they're softening, they're neutralizing, they're balancing, whatever term you want to call it. They're doing price reductions. And the reason is that home buyers are waiting a little bit longer than they are to pull the trigger. They have not really accepted where we are with these rates. They were anticipating that prices may stay the same or go up a little bit, but they didn't expect for the rates to stay where they are. So a lot of dynamics, a lot of moving parts. Spring is here. I'm wearing my colorful spring shirt for you. And I'm gonna ask my videographer, my mom actually, to turn around and we're gonna do a panoramic shot of the front patio and where I grew up in Solvang, California.